Imagine waking up in a room that isn't on any blueprint. Red bulbs humming overhead, bass lines rattling your ribs, and padded walls swallowing every sound you make. Now picture the man who owns that room. The same mogul who once sold us shiny suit dreams and summer anthems. Today, Sean Diddy Combs sits in a Manhattan courtroom fighting charges that could lock him up for life. When a witness named Jonathan Audi stepped to the mic and called himself a $5 million sex slave, the gallery didn't just go silent, the entire music industry did.
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever he calls himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
The man who allegedly opened fire inside of one of former President Donald Trump's Florida hotels several years ago made some wild statements to law enforcement in his interviews, saying he was a sex slave for Sean Diddy Combs.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people.
Jonathan Audi was supposed to be a punchline. In 2018, he stormed Trump's Doral resort, fired into a chandelier, and ranted about demons in his head. Police chalked it up to psychosis, news anchors rolled their eyes, and the story vanished. Until now. Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former partner whose lawsuit cracked this case open, testified that Audi wasn't crazy, he was owned. According to her sworn statement, he signed a $5 million NDA after being forced into private entertainment for Diddy's inner circle. Suddenly, the man written off as delusional looked like the first breadcrumb everyone ignored.
Well, it's very clear. It says surveillance footage and witness accounts corroborate that the defendant discharged a handgun.
That the court grants me an attorney. I do have funds to pay for my attorney, but I haven't had time to meet with him yet. So I don't know if they're going to take my case or not.
Given the serious nature of these charges, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you for this preliminary first appearance hearing.
Audi shuffled into court last week in an orange prison jumpsuit, wrists still striped from cuffs. He stared straight at Diddy. "You controlled my mind," he said. "When I tried to run, you wired hush money into my account as a reminder. I was property." Diddy covered his eyes as if a nightmare might vanish if he stopped looking. If Audi's story sounded too wild, prosecutors had a time-stamped flashback ready. August 10, 2018, 1:26 a.m. security footage shows Audi pacing the Doral lobby, shirt half torn, muttering, "He's in my head." He fires upward, hurts no one, and shouts, "Protect the girls!" Police dismiss it as a breakdown. New court filings reveal something else. Minutes after arrest, Audi begged officers to test him for special stimulants. He claimed Diddy's team had slipped him. Nothing was tested. Cassie's deposition places Diddy's jet on the same tarmac that night. Prosecutors argue Audi's meltdown wasn't random. It was a controlled asset gone rogue. What happens when Diddy throws a party? Witnesses say it makes Gatsby look like Sunday brunch. Witnesses call them freak-offs. Imagine velvet ropes, baby oil stations, BPM locked at 120, and NDAs thicker than textbooks. Audi swears he saw Tyler Perry, Oprah, Leonardo DiCaprio, unconfirmed names, but the money trail is real. Shell company wires landing in participants' accounts at Dawn labeled consulting. Guests fell into two camps, those chasing decadence and those discovering too late they were the decadents. Everyone remembers the same phrase whispered in their ear, "You belong to me now." The parties were just the foyer. The real nightmare, witnesses say, was beneath the floorboards. In Diddy's Bel Air mansion lies a space labeled Studio X, triple-layer soundproofing, fingerprint locks, disabled emergency exits. A forensic engineer testified the room serves no remotely normal residential purpose. Prosecutors say 3 such rooms exist: Los Angeles, New York, Miami. Audi claims he spent 2 nights there. Night 1, 10 hours of standing while a single Diddy hook looped in headphones. Night 2, tied to a chair under dim red LEDs. "It wasn't about pleasure," he told jurors. "It was about erasing me so I'd never argue again." Invoices back him up. Bulk orders for sound foam, industrial cases of air freshener, and hygienic linens, burgundy. The scent, Audi says, had to be perfect. Like nothing bad ever happened. Even if you doubt his words, one camera caught what no one can spin. Remember the 2016 hotel hallway clip? CNN dropped it in 2024. Diddy chases Cassie, knocks her down, kicks, drags her back. That 40-second video now loops for the jury as Exhibit A. But the real bombshells are 9 private tapes seized in the March 2025 raid. Only jurors have seen them. Prosecutors say they show non-consensual acts later weaponized as blackmail. Diddy's lawyers insist everyone is smiling. Prosecutors fire back. People smile under fear too. An ex-security guard testified he quit after watching Diddy hurl a champagne bottle at Cassie. He left with tinnitus and a non-disclosure agreement. Desperate, the defense tried to paint Audi as insane, but every time they swung, the prosecution landed harder. Lead counsel Brian Steele waved Audi's rap sheet like a flag. AR 15 in a lobby, psych holds, paranoia. Textbook instability, he told jurors. But pattern is stubborn. Next came Mia, a former assistant. Same threats, same pink lights, same looping music. Then Jane, a social media influencer who sobbed through 6 pages describing bruises photographed on Diddy's phone. Finally, Philip Hines, an ex-executive aide, recalled Diddy's favorite dare. Prove your loyalty, King. Each witness brought receipts, bank wires, flight manifests, even a cloud backup still Diddy allegedly forgot to wipe. The jury watched the scales tip. And then Judge Aaron Subramanian swung the hammer. Bail? Denied. 4 times. First for the 58 witness calls Diddy made from jail. Second, for using 8 other inmates' pins. Third, for alleged cash for silence offers. Fourth, when a prison employee slipped into the jury pool. The judge now floats perjury and obstruction charges on top of trafficking and racketeering. Reporters asked Diddy if he felt blessed. He muttered, "witch hunt," and kept walking as prosecutors stacked more dominoes. Cayman Island shells, deleted server fragments, a private calendar titled Playoffs, they say, mapped party weekends. Outside the courthouse, the fallout was radioactive. Kyrock paused ads. Revolt TV purged half its archive. Streaming numbers for Diddy's catalog dropped 70% in a month. Grammy insiders whisper about yanking past performances if the jury convicts. Entertainment lawyers warn that Bad Boy Records could face RACO forfeiture if hush money shells funded operations. One even joked, the yacht might testify next. Which leaves the question only a jury, and maybe you can answer. Jonathan Audi closed with a line that froze the room. Hell has a street address, and its owner is seated right over there. Maybe you believe him. Maybe you see a man shaping conspiracy into courtroom theater. But every new witness tightens the story instead of tearing it apart. Bank routes align, floor plans match, and those basement blueprints don't lie. So where does that leave hip-hop's self-made billionaire? One gavel swing from a life sentence, or one mistrial from the slickest comeback PR can buy? And that's why this matters. It isn't just about Sean Combs, it's about how power bends reality until someone shoves it under oath. What does justice look like to you? Drop your take below, smash subscribe, and keep alerts on, because in this trial, the music has stopped, but the echoes are only getting louder.